afternoon, and welcome to From the Second Row. I'm Brenda Rozzi.
And I'm Rich Russell, the unofficial second row pain in the neck. Pin. I'm a pin today.
Right, and we're going to discuss the City Council agenda for tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
We will have a roll call. Any bets on the over-under on the number president?
I think most of them should be there.
They should be, yes.
They should be there.
There's nothing going on spectacular.
No. Not that we know of, but between now and tomorrow, who knows?
And then we get the normal stuff, moment of silence, pledge of allegiance, minutes of the council for approval, and
Public participation, your favorite.
highlight is,
Public.
well, we know two people will be there for public participation.
That's right.
Okay.
You're one of them.
I know it. Public hearings. Authority to fill the licensing coordinator position, square bracket, vacant for more than 6 months, square bracket. And that was put on by Peter Blanchett, the acting director of the ISD. And let's see, this was 1/38/24, so this would have been put on sometime, February or March?
But what position is it? Licensing coordinator? Is it the
Licensing
secretary?
coordinator.
Or is it the person who...
Says, you got to give them one. That's...
Oh, okay, so from the licensing board, someone, okay.
That's what I did.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I thought they had someone, apparently they don't.
They don't have somebody high enough
right.
up on the political,
I guess not.
financial,
Yeah.
can I say that?
Yeah, sure. Proposed new ordinance for manager of financial and administrative services, put on by Jorge Jaime, DPW director, and says refer to ordinance committee.
Yes.
Why do we need a manager of financial and administrative services?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. But for people that may be out there, I'm going to give you a secret. Go online, type in Muni code, and you will end up getting a list of states. Click on Massachusetts. You'll get a list of cities. Click on Lawrence. You will get the entire book of ordinances. And this one has an ordinance, 02.64.060. You scroll down, you click on that, and you'll find out exactly what it is. This is stuff people don't know.
And this is stuff that we've never had before.
Well, no, this is always been.
No, the manager of financial and administrative services, I don't think we've ever had before.
Yeah, it's all a deep. What they were going to do, in my estimation, they just want to keep it a deep, dark secret. But you got somebody like me who digs and digs and digs.
Thank goodness.
Yes. Well.
Thank goodness.
Okay, what else have we got here?
The amend non-union classification plan. Director of Project Management and Development, put on by Octavian Spanner, Senior Advisor to Mayor Brian A. DePena.
Okay. The non-union classification plan is a fancy way of saying the Collins Commission report, that when it came out and was accepted in January of 23, yes it was, January 23, it's before I got on the council.
Right.
There was, I'm not sure, 78, 79, 80, or 81. I should do a public record request and find out how many people fit into the non-union classification plan now. I'm willing to bet it's up in the 90s, easily. But again, I digress. Let's see, issues, matters pending a public hearing. And
there's a lot of them, like 22, 20,
yeah, 20,
a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, just get rid of them. Or
let's see, a stop sign on Salem Street, east and westbound at Foster Street. I don't know why that never got put through. That's not exactly the nicest area for cars. People just seem to think.
Oh, yeah.
T intersections, T stands for, they can get out of my way, I'm coming through.
Yeah.
Well, I got good news. There's no communication from the mayor, the city official, the city attorney. None. Zippo. Zilch. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Now, committee reports. This is from the Budget and Finance Committee. Authorization to expend $1 million EPA multi-purpose grant funds.
That was put on by the grant writer.
But I hope there's one. How many
What does multi-purpose mean?
grant? I don't know. How many grants are there?
I don't know.
And where is it going?
Yeah. The next two we can take together. They're both by William Hale,
Right.
Water and Sewer Commissioner, one
Right.
of the truly good employees in the city.
Yep. No, yep.
$664,000 lead service line inventory and replacement plan grant.
Yep.
That should be done. And the other one, 415, authority to expend 1.6 million stormwater reliance grant.
Resilience grant.
We haven't had rain in 28 days, so why were we worried about? But again, no, we do. Again,
But you never know. You
Yeah, I
never know. I mean, come on. It could be. We could have a flood,
yes,
and then there's no housing,
yeah.
which I guess is a good thing.
That's a good sign.
Ordinance. It's back to the 347/24 amend non-union amend it.
That
The
covers a
non-union
multitude of sins.
classifications. Director of Project Management and Development.
Is that? I didn't bring a copy if it wouldn't be, but is that the Crayola
That's a Crayola.
or
Yes.
the Crayola flow chart?
Yes. Yes.
Jesus, we got to take their crayons away from them.
Well, but I don't understand. Oh, because remember it was sent to ordinance. Although I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, 37424, child care parking on 105 Park Street. And that was put on by, I assume, the person that's going to be running it and Counselor at Large, Anna Levy.
Right.
I have questions about this. Have these people all been inspected and
That's a good
certified by the various public safety, public health agencies? Do they have all of their, the proper licenses? Again,
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a
it
good
is what it
question.
is. Okay.
Okay. Lights. Next one. 407/24.
Yeah.
Lights on Lawrence Day. DV Awareness Month. Oh, Domestic Violence
Yeah.
Awareness Month. October 3rd. 6 to 7. Campione Common flagpole area. Put on by the YWCA.
Oh, that's the flagpole area. That's across the street from City Hall.
Right.
Okay.
When's October 3rd? That's a Friday, I believe, isn't it?
I
I think it's a Friday.
Let's see.
No, yes.
17th,
Yeah, it is.
19th,
Yeah, it's
the
a Friday.
20,
Yeah.
the 20th, the 27th. Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remove a handicap parking space. Okay, that involves deleting an ordinance. But again, this is Florence Avenue, the one that's down there, the bone of contention with the.
No, I thought that's Florence Street.
Okay.
I
maybe.
thought that was
I know
Florence.
there's three Florences.
There's one.
Avenue, Street, and Terrace.
Right. Isn't one of them on Tower Hill, I believe?
I think so.
I think one of them is on Tower
I
Hill.
think it is.
Right off of Essex Street, if I'm not
And
mistaken.
besides, well, I won't say anything about Florence Street.
Then Pink Bazaar by Linus, September 28th, from 9 to 6, Campione Common.
The 20.
And I think there's something else going on there that day, too. Remember
The
we talked
28th, you've got a softball tournament. You've got Lee's Day of
Remembrance.
Awareness.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy day all over
Yeah,
the
and
place.
I think there's 2 events going on in Campione Common.
Yeah. Isn't,
I'm not mistaken.
Isn't there the bride's...
That's the 26th, I believe.
Okay.
That's the 26th.
Okay. Let's see. Old business.
No, personnel.
Okay. Wait a minute. Personnel. Ooh. Ding, 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 ding. Where is it? I got to dig into... I'm going to give away...
I'll read this and you can then look for it.
Yes,
It
I
says,
know where it is.
Extend
I got it.
90-day temporary appointment term of Police Chief Milix Bonilla. He's already served what? Two 90 days?
I'm going to be giving away part of my rant for tomorrow night. This is item 41224. This is extending a 90-day appointment of the police chief for another 90 days. Now, that falls under, again, Muni Code,
Right.
Section 2.04.081, temporary appointments. Section A, No person appointed by the mayor to fill a vacant city office on a temporary or provisional basis pursuant to Section 4.4 of the city charter shall serve in an acting capacity for more than 90 days, okay? He was, I don't know, I got it somewhere. He was appointed in March, okay? He was reappointed in June,
right.
Okay? The 90-day period may be extended by vote of the city council for up to an additional 90 days. Does that mean he can only serve 180 days?
So it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like to me. I mean,
But
with or without the request of the mayor. Again, I'm going to bring it up. I mean, I have nothing against Melix. I know him. He's a decent guy. I got no problems with him. He's doing as good a job as can be possibly done with what's going on.
right.
Okay, but again, I question that ordinance, Or are we going back to a phrase that a former mayor used to say, what stinking laws? There's laws for me and there's laws for thee. They all apply.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That was part of my rant, so.
Yeah.
Okay, public safety, we got nothing. Committee of the whole?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Now, old business.
Let's see, that's from 19, that's from 23, 24. Appropriation transfer to airport repair and maintenance. I thought that they took care of that.
I thought they did too.
Yeah, that was something with a bulldozer or some damn thing like that.
Speaking of, have you been by the airport to see the new hangar they're building? No.
On the way in?
Yeah.
That's not a hangar.
What's it going to be?
A rugby field.
No, sir. I thought it was. Oh, okay.
Or a soccer indoor.
Indoor. Oh, indoor.
It's a sports arena.
Oh, okay.
Well, again,
Someone thought it was a hangar.
No.
Like, okay. That's what someone said to me. It was a hangar.
There's no taxiways or
Right.
access.
Well,
or
that's
anything.
what I kind of figured, but I'm like, whatever.
Hey,
But-
I don't know the particulars on it because again, I don't go messing around with other communities digging into their stuff. Most of the time, I don't.
Right. Now, this is another one. This is our favorite. Authorization to expend funds, $286,000 MVPC EPA revolving loan fund to demolish Florence Street garage.
Florence Street. And again, they don't.
City-owned property.
They don't really know if 286,000 is
No.
going to cover it.
No,
They don't know what's underground.
no. But
They don't know if the stuff is.
they can.
Migrated.
But I think it can be used for other demolitions also, not just for this one. So that's something that we'll have to see what Dan McCarthy has to
But
say.
it was good that one city councilor did manage to pull out who one of the abutters were.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of table matters. I wish they go
we have
through.
14, 15, 17. Okay. Whoa, wait a minute. Bing, 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 bing.
What?
Okay, here's one that I think they acted on, and I can't remember what their
which one is it?
ultimate action was.
Which one?
44423, the voter ID. It's about the sixth or eighth one up from the bottom.
Oh, I see.
Did
It was tabled.
It was tabled again, so
Yeah.
it wasn't voted down, so it's still in existence. That's good, because I did see a copy, front page of this week's Rumbo by Dahlia, and one of her big headline stories was Lawrence needs voter ID. And as a quick aside, when I did the voting up there in A2A, I had no issue with people. In fact, I don't think I really needed to ask. They had, the ones that had to be identified knew that they were going to be, they had their licenses in hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I had to check the name, make sure the name was the same, the birth date was the same, and the address was the same.
Right.
And they expressed no misgiving. And I said,
No one.
you know,
It's. I don't know what people are afraid of.
we know
what people are afraid
what
of.
it is.
I know.
You know, I mean, it isn't Lawrence that wants voter doesn't want voter ID. It's those on Beacon Hill.
Well, yeah.
I'll come out and say it. You know, no big deal there.
Right.
Let's see, anything else there?
To replace the plaques. Have we heard anything about that yet?
The what?
To replace plaques on
yes.
monument?
Yes, that's supposed to be in the budget. I was told it was passed and it was going to be in the 2025 budget to recast those three things for Isabel Melendez, Mr. Stockton, I can't think of his name, and Roger Toomey.
Right.
And make the honorees' names bigger than the leader of the city.
Yep.
But it is what it is. Now let's see.
Well, let's see some other good things.
This 9224. Amendment to the non-union classification plan. What do they want to amend? Duh.
I don't know. Proposal to allow retail sale of cannabis within Lawrence city limits. That's been tabled since April. Establishment of home rule petition defining a governing structure for Lawrence School Board upon the exit of state receivership.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That ain't going to happen.
No.
Because if we had a stable, proven leadership leading the school committee, leading the school system, it would. We got a guy that just got put in that was not the choice of the headhunting outfit and several of the individuals.
Right.
He was the individual that was chosen by hissy fit.
And you hate to say, but hope that the same thing's not going to happen with police chief.
Let's see. Today is what, the
16th.
Today is the last day to get your entry in to be on the police chief selection committee. Let's see, if I remember right, police department gets 2 selections, city council gets 1, the mayor gets 1, and then the mayor gets to select
The 3.
3 citizens. Oh, wait a minute, the mayor gets 4. 1 and 3 is 4, right?
Well, I don't understand why that's not. Well,
Yeah, well, again.
yeah, whatever.
We don't want to see hissy fit time because we know we know several people that have applied. And
Yes, that's going to be an interesting.
yes, both of who have big mouths.
Hey,
Okay.
that's what you need. Come on, let's face it. You need to be able to speak out and ask the right questions. If you're elected our police chief, what are you going to do for A, the city, and B, the residents of the city of Lawrence?
Yeah. May 68, I raise my hand. Support and defend the Constitution.
Right.
I did it also on March 1st of, 23?
Yeah.
Support and defend the Constitution, the United States of Massachusetts, and the
Right.
laws and ordinances of the city of Lawrence.
Right.
How can you be oblivious to those laws and bend over backwards because somebody in a position of power wants this?
Yeah. And
my fingers are itchy. I'm sorry.
it's scary because they want to go out of state. They want to go.
I don't care where the guy comes from.
But let him be qualified. Let him have the education. Let him have have been a police chief of city equivalent to the numbers in our city.
I should change what I just said. I don't care where I don't care where the person comes from. I don't care.
Yeah.
Male or female.
Yep.
The only requirements that I see is I want to see somebody that has at least worked in a community that has at least the same number of citizens we have and has had
Yep.
Similar crime issues.
Right,
And they
exactly.
brought everything down.
Exactly. I mean, we were doing well. When Roy was here, we were down. The crimes was down. Everything was good. Morale. We've gone from 140-something to 107.
Yeah.
What is this? I mean, what is it doing for our city?
I know.
It's scary. It is very scary to think this is what's happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So now we have new business.
New business.
YWCA Halloween event with Hayride, October 18th from 6 to 8, Compagnon Common. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I mean, right across the street from Trick or Treat Central.
Oh my God, yes. Well, it's too bad they're not doing it the same day. That would be kind of neat.
Well, they do it every day.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, accept the recordable easement and layout alteration plan for Amesbury Lawrence Street area. That's from Dan McCarthy, the land use planner, and this is relative to making Amesbury Street 2A. Duh. It's a good thing the buses left. And they took the bus problem down to Merrimack.
Oh yeah, now it's horrible when
Yeah,
you're
I
trying
know
to go down.
I know it.
Because they just pull out and they'll block the 2 lanes of traffic.
Yeah. Okay, I see 42924. This ought to prove interesting. New ordinance in compliance with MGL Chapter 40A, Section 3A, allowing multifamily as a right, the MBTA Community Act.
I wonder if that's Sal Napoli, the parking, the empty.
I don't know.
I think that might, because I know originally he wanted to build a high-rise multifamily over there. I'm just wondering if that might be it.
I know that there's, I remember, what was it, 6 months ago, town of Milton, they wanted to bail out. Well, Marblehead's doing the same thing. But again, they got a better chance than Lawrence because both of those communities
Got money.
The almighty dollar sign.
Yeah. Well, if this is Sal, then that's in the original. That's because I know it came before planning, or it came before zoning or whatever, and but then we haven't seen anything. So I'm just wondering if maybe then the whole thing with the buses going over this. So now he's going to put that in. It'll be interesting.
Okay. We got another child care parking, 140 East Haverhill Street. Again, I raised the same questions.
Are they certified?
Are they certified? Are they inspected? Whatever.
Then remove 15-minute parking sign at 38 Avon Street. Okay.
Resident parking on Lincoln Court.
Where's Lincoln Court?
It's up in Wendy's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Stop sign at Center Street at the corner of Walnut. That's Greg Del Rosario and Selena Reyes. Yeah, they probably, that street,
Center? Yeah.
Center Street I don't like.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Resident parking only, Josephine Ave. That's Federalina, District A.
And the one-way on Josephine Ave.
Oh, speaking of one-ways, coming off of up there by Cronin Park, you have 3 one-way streets in a row coming into the same street. Duh. I thought one-ways were supposed to be alternating, but you got 3. Both sides of Cronin Park. You're coming, I can't even remember what the hell the name of the street is.
Interesting.
What's the next one up from Park?
Next one from Park is Arlington?
Yeah, okay. You got 3 streets coming into Arlington Street. Juniper Street, and you got the one on the other side of Cronin Park, and then the next street down is one-way coming into Arlington. Duh. But again, I digress.
And 2 handicap parkings, one at 303 Prospect Street and one at 219 Prospect Street.
Again, they will be thoroughly investigated. Abel does a good job going through that.
And once again, we need to remind people, just because you request a handicap parking, it's not yours. Anyone who has a handicap placard can park in that space.
Okay. Now we got 3 childcare parking, 215 Prospect Street, 220 Sunray, and 6 Knox Street. And all were put on by Councilor at Large Anna Levy.
Four-way stop, Lowell Street, corner of Milton.
Yeah,
That is a bad area.
it is.
Yeah,
You're on a hill on Lowell Street.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Authority to expend. Now, this one we know about.
Yep.
Brian Moriarty, the chief, told
Yep.
us about this
Yep.
at your meeting.
Yep.
Expend $590,909.09. Nines are wild. FEMA assistance to firefighter grant for a new truck.
Yep.
That's about 2/3 of the cost.
Right.
And then the next item down is they want to appropriation transfer $300,000 from the stabilization reserve fund to the special project account for a fire pumper truck.
Right.
No problem. I mean,
Look at how many
he said
trucks have you?
he's replaced every piece of equipment since he's been on. Now it's time to start replacing the last one he got, the first one he got.
Right.
He
exactly.
says they only have a short lifespan and they're out all the time.
Oh,
They're one of
course.
the busiest fire departments around.
Yeah, because if you dial 911 and even if it's from the ambulance,
Yep.
fire department
Yeah, I
is
know.
out.
I know.
They're out. And here's another one too. Authorization to expend $25,600 for emergency performance grant, defibrillators and thermal imaging cameras.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. The defibrillators, yes.
Yeah.
The thermal imaging, that's great because instead of having to go in and start just taking an axe to walls, they can just,
Yeah.
okay, we got a hot spot here.
Yep.
They don't have to start tearing down miles of walls.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
This one I got some serious questions about.
Okay.
Appropriation transfer, $269,321 from the Stabilization Reserve Fund, and it's the same reserve fund that Brian's looking for the $300,000
Right.
for his truck,
Yeah.
to the library general operating accounts. How come?
I don't know.
Is it time to renew the comic book subscriptions?
Guess
know?
as good as mine.
It is what
don't
it
know.
is. Did they
Yeah.
underfund the library? I just look at it and whatever. Okay, we got.
Handicap parking, 76 Inman Street.
Well, you got his address. I don't know. All I got is Inman Street.
Oh, okay. Status of maintenance of historic Rollins School clock tower. Oh, Bill Collins put it in.
And Federalina.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, he lives.
He's right there.
Yeah, yes, he
He
does.
lives right there,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Square dedication for Dominic Martes.
We know who will be there at that one, don't we?
Yeah.
No parking, Bradford at Amesbury Street, the south side. Let's see. Okay, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That was by Councilor at Large Anna Levy. Let's see. That would kind of screw up a lot of the postal workers.
Do you think?
Yeah. Okay, and then they got one more that wasn't on
Right.
when I printed it out.
It
Was
says the food truck business launch,
Yep.
October 6th, 11 to 3, Union Square Park.
yeah.
So I don't know how many of you might remember a few years ago.
Yes.
On Essex Street, they had the food truck, and it was kind of neat. It was, they're
was.
different,
It was.
different food vendors. It was, going
It was
down
nice
there. Yeah,
looking at the brick wall. It had all the old hand-painted
I know.
ads
I know.
that people said, so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, exactly. But this will be interesting to see. I mean, I don't know if because you go down 114 a lot in Middleton, there's that food truck park, and that place is always packed.
Yeah.
Always packed.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe get them off the street for a while. That'd be a good thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I got now we
Now
go,
it's your turn to rant.
we go off topic. I am not restricted by 2.5 minutes. Okay. The Bill of Rights was ratified in December of 1791. That was 232 years ago, okay? And in the last 20 years, there are people that have been trying to change various portions of the Bill of Rights, namely the Second Amendment, gun rights. And they've been nitpicking. So it's all right for them to go after something and request votes on this. Now, the only reason I bring this up is we have an issue with the LRA that wants to take over all of the abandoned city property. And they're using under the guise of something that was passed in 2016. Well, first of all, back in 2016, the economic environment was a lot different than it is now. Okay, so why is an 8-year-old law untouchable while a 232-year-old one is? It's fair game. But again, again, I look at those that are involved in this. I got to tread very softly, very carefully now. I see you cringe, and I won't go there. But again, they don't realize what the hell we went through, you know. Yep. So what's good for one? What's good for the goose? Good for the gander. Okay, now. I admit I have a lot of spare time. On
you do.
Hand. I have too much spare time. A lot of people say too much.
But with your spare time, you find out a lot and let us know a lot.
Okay, I started delving into the Lawrence Redevelopment Authority meeting agendas.
Right.
I came across something, and this was 10/23. October 23, LRA meeting agenda, and new business, a design proposal by the LRA for the Lawrence Access TV studio. And that was in October, and if I'm not mistaken, shortly after that, I'm going to say in early January, because I didn't come on.
Right, until
I was still in office until January 3rd or 4th.
So you didn't come into the end of January
I didn't
at
get
the
sworn,
annual meeting.
But at that point in time, that's when
the shit hit the fan.
LCAT
lost
the ability to do the whatchamacallit, the council meetings.
Right.
I mean, the same people are there doing it, but it is an LCAT.
Right.
Now,
the other thing is, not only did they lose that, they lost the Channel 8.
Yes.
Which I don't know about you. The public access.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. Every time I see someone, it's like, what happened to?
Yeah.
You know, we liked watching, the parades and the events and things happening in the city. You know, the elderly who don't have computers, the elderly who want to watch these things, the movies, the shows.
Yep.
Why can't we have it? Why don't we have it?
Because we're broadcasting to the Dominican Republic at noontime. I'm sorry.
But,
it is what it is. I understand what you're saying.
The St. Patrick's Day luncheon, the St. Patrick's Day parade, the fireworks, all these things that people can't get to the events. But enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like it's dead. It's nothing.
Okay, now that takes care of one issue. That these are various agendas from the LRA, and I started going through them. And let's see, I got one from July of last year, 2023. What do we got on this that was interesting? We don't have an executive director. Liza St. Ange was the administrative assistant.
Right.
She's on the thing. Let's see.
She has since left.
Oh, okay. Let me go into old business. Pursuant of a preparation of master plan pursuant to a couple of general laws, preparation of the annual report pursuant to another general law. That'd be good, getting their annual report.
Where do you get it from?
Yeah, I don't know. Authorization to execute and perform contract for services. A list of properties for development. Duh. Hiring of staff, parentheses, part and full-time, end of parentheses. Next, right below it, benefits and retirement. And right below that one, board stipends. Stipend, salary? Oh, okay. And then we have, now this is from July, we have an LRA executive director contract mentioned. This is old business. Okay, we got October of 23. New business, item number 1, design proposal, LRA, the Lawrence Access TV studio, which is, if I'm not mistaken, is on the 3rd floor where the mayor's conference room used to be, right next to the mayor's office. And then item 2 on that thing was proposed transfer of city-owned properties to the LRA. Okay? And then we got a bunch of stuff, various things that I mentioned previously. So there's a few things here that fall into the category of scheming and dreaming. Okay, or dreaming and scheming, however you want to put it. Okay? I know I catch hell for it, but again, it's the truth. Let's see, this is February. Okay, the October one had no executive director. It was still Liza, was listed as administrative assistant. This is February of this year. New business, redevelopment finance manager. Request
Does it give a name?
No, it doesn't give a name. It's just new business.
Okay.
Request for proposal for urban renewal properties. And then there's a new business item, request letters of interest. You know, we've heard of RFPs, request for proposal.
Right.
Here's a new RLI, request letters of interest for urban renewal properties. Now we go to old business, very top item, amendments to the LRA bylaws. Okay. Oh, here's something else that I didn't pick up on. I didn't go back far enough. The White Fund paintings. This is a collection of paintings that were donated upon the death of an early settler, or an early founder of the city of Lawrence. I think his name was George Appleton White. Okay, he donated these when he died. And doing a little research on Google, the latest story I could find was something that the Eagle Tribune posted in 2017, 7 years ago. This collection of paintings is worth $20 million.
Wow.
Thank God they're at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, because we know no, I can't say that. I can't. I get into trouble when that's bigger than. Okay, now that was in March. There was no executive director listed. This is the March meeting. Liza is still administrative assistant.
Yep.
Ooh, lo and behold, executive director, Octavian Spanner. Okay, the old business, amendments to the LRA bylaws. And again, on old business was the White Fund paintings. I don't know about you.
They want to hang him at City Hall? Well, I guess
I know
not.
it. Well, I won't go into that. Now we go to April. Administrative aide, Liza. Executive director and secretary, Octavian. I wonder how he looks cute in a skirt. Okay, new business on this thing in April of this year. Transfer of city properties to the LRA pursuant to the Lawrence TBD Urban Renewal Plan, which I assume is that 2016 vote that they took.
I would
And
think, but
and this is what you got. This is the agenda. I mean, that's really great.
oh yeah, okay,
Huh.
interesting.
Yeah. Now, tomorrow, September 17th, at 10 a.m. at 255 Essex Street is the LRI's special meeting. And again, there's the normal mumbo jumbo that Giovanni reads at the beginning of the city council with and the governor's March 15th, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may attend in one place. This public meeting of the LRA is also being conducted via remote participation. Yet, I don't see really a link where I can go in and watch that, so that ought to prove interesting. And the new business is they're going to be opening submissions to the LRA's July 2nd RFP. Well, wait a minute, I don't have July here. I thought I had July here, but it is what it is.
Okay.
So now I got to start chasing down. City Hall is nothing. You know, I'm going to mention, I grew up being a fan of the Red Sox, and one of my favorite players was named Rico. I'd love to see Rico come to town now, but not as a ball player. Yeah, it is what it is.
I know. Like you said, and like we always say, can't make stuff.
No, we
can't make this up.
I
Can't make it up.
Comedy writers can't do any better than this. And I mean, there are people in the city that are working very hard to help improve
Right.
the city.
Yeah.
I caught hell a month ago. I took a picture of a street sign at the corner of Hampshire and Lebanon Street. This sign, you could barely read it. I took the pictures, I posted it. There were several people that gave me holy hell. They said, why don't you go through the proper paperwork, procedures? You can do this, you can do that. I drove by noontime. Hey, they were putting a brand new street sign up. I'll stick with my methods.
Yeah, yeah.
It is what it is. Am I shaming them? I don't know.
Hopefully, but
It works.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's ways you can do things. Do it nicely. I try.
Yep.
I haven't stepped on any. I may have stepped on some fingers, but I haven't stepped on their toes big time.
Not yet.
Yet.
Hopefully, it's just it becomes sad.
It is. I wasn't even born in Lawrence. I was born down the road in Lynn. Okay?
Yep.
It is what it is. Same difference. All of these communities have turned themselves around. I mean, I spent
Lowell for the longest time.
Malden.
Yeah.
I mean, I surveyed in a lot of these communities. Lowell used to be whatever. Lowell has the fortune of having the canal that was developable.
Right.
And they got the trolley system.
Yep.
Lawrence could have had that trolley system. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a system that was in place if they wanted to clean it up.
Yep.
They could have had their rail trail, and they could have had a trolley track, shuttle trolley from up there at the Manchester Street down to Essex Street.
Yep.
Then you could catch a bus and go, ride the bus through, and then go back.
Right.
It was doable. You know why it wasn't a good idea? Because nobody else thought of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it. Unless you get a whole bunch of degrees and certifications behind your name, they don't want to hear it.
No, of course not.
I mean, I've only worked around them.
Like I said, you sit there and sometimes you just listen to the council and sometimes you just shake your head. It's whatever.
I won't mention names, but at times you wonder, how can somebody get that much stupid in their head? Really?
Yeah,
You've been there. You've been sitting there longer than I have in the council chamber.
Well, probably just about the same time.
Yeah. Well,
actually.
again.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, we're both sitting. We're both sitting on 12 or 14 years.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen some pretty.
I know. As they're asking these questions, you're like, what? Wait a minute. Or I like the ones when they repeat the question that was already answered.
Yeah.
Stop it. Just go back. But a couple of things I do want to bring up before. I want to bring up that on Thursday night, 6 o'clock,
Yes.
Prospect Hill / District A Neighborhood Association is going to
Yes.
be meeting 6 o'clock at the Possum School.
Yep.
Please, if you're in that area,
Yeah.
please attend.
Yep.
We want to get neighborhoods back up.
Yes.
And then on Saturday from 10 to 2, Our Lady of Good Counsel / St. Augustine's / Tower Hill Neighborhood Association is having a block party at the St. Augustine's parking lot. Please show up.
Lowell and Ames.
Lowell and Ames. There's going to be bouncy house. There's going to be the dogs. Some military person trains dogs, so she's going to have dogs there. Bouncy house. We're going to have food, entertainment. So please show up. We want to build up the Tower Hill Neighborhood Association. We need to get that up and running again.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest issue is getting people to want to be involved.
Right.
I mean, I've gone to all of the neighborhood associations. I mean,
Right.
I don't have one in the general Donovan neighborhood. I mean, that one went under when we're still waiting for a certain
Jay to deliver pizza.
Yeah, Jay Cerullo doesn't deliver pizzas.
So we can't have a
Long
meeting.
story, but again,
Funny story, but a good story.
but again,
But we love Jay.
yeah. Again, if I live on the very edge of District D, the easterly edge of District D is right down the middle of Cross Street.
Right.
If I lived across the street, I'd be in District B.
Right.
I'm in District B. District D.
D.
D is in dog.
Right.
But again, I would be going to Tower Hill anyways. I
Right.
mean, I can't say that, but going to the old Tower Hill meetings, there were half a dozen people maybe.
Well, when Keith had it, there was a lot.
Well, I never
people.
went
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you never went
I
with
was
Keith?
never there
Okay.
with him.
Okay, so yeah. So then Juanita took it over. Now Elsa took it over. We've got to build it off of Elsa. We need to get it going. We need to, and I don't know if some people are afraid to go or just people don't know.
Yeah.
But we need
To publicize.
guys, we need to right. So, like I said, it's going to. I sent it over to the newspaper, so hopefully they will put something in the paper.
Yeah.
Not that anyone still reads the Tribune, but those who do,
Yeah.
it might be a good thing.
The District A, when I can't even remember who was the councilor before.
Maria de la Cruz.
Yeah, Maria had a neighborhood meeting. It used to be held in the Lutheran church there
Right,
on
yep.
East Haverhill Street.
Yep.
And I used to go to that, and that was fairly well attended.
Right, it was,
And
it was.
I admit, people say, "Why do you go? You don't speak Spanish." I admit I don't speak Spanish, but I'm there. I am there with my camera taking pictures.
And she
that they
did,
have use them.
and even though she would always translate.
Yes, they
and,
would.
And the same thing when Prospect Hill / District A had their first meeting a couple months ago.
Yeah.
They translated.
Yeah.
So you could attend.
And same
Yeah.
thing. Whose meeting did we go to on?
On Wendy Luzon's,
Yeah, Wendy's.
District B.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hers in that church.
Right.
People don't even know there's a church there.
No,
Across from the flat spot.
literally, if you blink, you're going to miss it.
Yes.
But
again,
then that was well attended.
That was translated too.
Right, and that's what you need.
And again,
Yeah.
you've got to get community involvement.
You do.
And I mean, it's a grassroots thing. You got to start. I mean, Brenda's got a very successful thing. I mean, she's also got a great chef there too.
Colleen.
Yes, but again,
Yay.
that's the thing. You've got to get the people into it. What can we do? What
Right.
kind of issues? You've got to have people that are willing to try to help or try to give you
Right.
direction in how to get there.
The people go. They want to know police department what's going on in the area,
Yeah.
the crime rate.
Yeah.
They want to know, from the fire department
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah. What can the fire department do for us? I mean,
Right.
occasionally.
Right. And there is an open house at going to be at the firehouse in October. I don't know when. Hopefully by our next broadcast, we will have the date so we can let you know. And that's always a fun thing to go to. Bring the kids. They have the smokehouse.
They have a cookout
They
out
cook
back.
out back. You know, it's great. The kids can get on the fire trucks. It's just phenomenal. It's a great time.
It is what it is. Trying to think what else of any major interest. Supposedly, we're supposed to have a
groundbreaking for the police department.
Yes. There will be one, or there will be a second anniversary.
Well, that's what, October 11th?
Yes.
Well, we should. I don't know. That just blows my mind.
Yes, it is. I mean, you look at it; it's a big construction site now.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you have groundbreaking on something that isn't there anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of comments. People are saying, "Well, what are they doing? Did somebody steal the money for the police station?"
Also, September 26th is the Brides March for domestic violence.
Yeah.
I believe that starts at 6 o'clock. I know it's been posted on Facebook, and then September 28th, Day of Remembrance from 12 to 2 at the center for murder victims.
Senior Center.
Yeah. And that will...
then we mentioned something on the agenda going on.
Right. The...
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. Oh, that's in October, but yeah, so...
and then they got a big softball tournament.
Right. The softball, it's South Lawrence East.
Yes.
For...
Isn't it the Sandon?
Sandon.
Yeah, Sandon Fun.
Yeah, the Sandon Fun. So, and they just had yesterday, they had
race.
the road race, and I guess it was really well attended.
Yeah. And you got at the end of October, Hoppy has his road race. His road race, which will be held out at the Elks Club.
Right.
Elks Club, Andover Street, Glen Street, down Amherst Street, looping around back to Glen Street, and.
Oh, is that what it's going to do?
Yeah, that's what it's going to do.
Oh, okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I
know it's funny. The clatter was always there. Excuse me, to do things. Now with the clatter being gone, you got to find new. Like St. Patrick's Day Parade would always go by the clatter because now there's no clatter to go by.
And then I hear rumors that the Elks Club may be going out of existence.
I don't think they're going out of existence. What they're looking for land, and the vocational school wants to take it over because they want to expand their curriculum. But I mean, how close?
I heard that they were getting some sort of health care.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, possibly.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I mean.
The Elks, big venues like that, people don't use them anymore.
Yeah.
You can cut it in half and it would still function. Like the Relief's Inn, they're cutting back, smaller venue, and then they're going to build apartments.
Yep.
So I mean, no one is having the 350 people for an event anymore.
I mean, I know it sounds strange. Me saying I got no problem with Firefighters Association doing what they're doing with the Relief's Inn, yet I am criticizing the hell out of the LRA for what they're trying to do.
Right.
But again, I see good in one and I don't see good in the other. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the Relief's Inn has provided a meeting place for a multitude of various functions.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And again, they have no real say on how their property is assessed financially. I mean.
And it's funny because it doesn't look like there's a lot of land where the Relief's Inn, but there is a lot of land.
There is.
Like I said, and I've seen the plans for the new building, and it's going to look like a fire station. It's going to be really nice. I think capacity is like 150 for the function hall, which is not a lot, but it's not a lot. And plus, they're also going to build apartments. So that's the other thing that they're going to have there.
150. That's kind of throws.
And someone, yeah, a lot of people. Like I said, no one has these big events anymore. No one wants to have these big. No one can afford it. The only big event at the city of Lawrence is the St. Patrick's Day luncheon.
It.
That's it. That is it.
Yeah.
And other than that, nothing.
I mean, I went to St. Patty's Day dinner one time at the Reliefs Inn, and
oh my God, you couldn't move.
I needed a shoehorn to get into.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
And then I've been to several at the Elks Club, which is a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Reliefs had just packed them in. It was like if once you sat down, you couldn't stand up because you couldn't move your chair. At least, well, it's true. At least at the Elks, there's more room to kind of move around and, whatever. It'll be, interesting.
After we go off the air, I'll tell you who the event planner for the St. Patty's Day at the Release Inn was.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that they're talking about maybe doing a St. Patrick's Day parade this year, which would be nice.
Yes, it would.
We'll all be in the south, so we don't have to cross the bridge and freeze.
Yeah.
Again,
everybody seems to think the St. Patty's Day thing is an easy event to put on. I mean, you got the drum and bugle corps, the bagpipe thing.
Right.
They want $5,000 to come down from Manchester just to be in the parade.
I know. Oh, I know. But hopefully we can get the schools involved, and that would be once we can get the schools involved in that, and get them floats and whatever, and it'll be nice. We already got the date if it goes through March 8th. So hopefully there'll be no snow.
Would I be disrespectful if I do what I do at the council meeting and write notes and?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you ever watch the city, well, I don't know if I've seen it.
I don't know what you can see.
He passes notes back and forth, when something is said or something's done, and we
smart alecky comments.
And we laugh, and we have to laugh because yeah, exactly. Shake your head because what now?
Yeah.
But like I said, it's interesting. I mean, I started going, neighborhood associations, seeing what's going on and all that sort of stuff. And what you see on TV, you have to be there to just go once, just to see the faces, the reactions, of people. Your counselor, see how they act at city council meeting.
Yes. Yeah, who knows? You might get to like it. It's the cheapest comedy show around. I'll say it.
You don't have to pay any money. That's the best part of it. It doesn't cost anything.
Then watching some of the
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Some of the city officials get offended when they get asked questions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and the good part is watching them trying to hem and haw their way around it without answering it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
We know a few of those.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But it's nice getting people to come out and see, just even if you just attend one meeting, just to see what goes on, just to see how the government in your city works.
Quite frankly, you get down there, we went through what the agenda was. You get down to public participation. As a rule, there's only two of us
that
get up there.
Right. Mr. Molly. And you.
And me.
Right.
Mine is varied, what I say.
Right.
I don't... I occasionally I'll throw in a beat on a dead horse subject.
Yep.
Yes, and it's well deserved.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I'll do it. It doesn't bother me. But again, that isn't my prime thing. I usually, hit 3 or 4 different items.
Topics, right?
People should come down and see what they can.
If you don't
see
like
what they can get away with.
If you don't like something, this is where you go to complain.
Yeah.
And that's
everybody in the city has to. You live. Okay, I live in District D. I have one city councilor, Vivian Marmol.
Right.
No, I have 4.
Right.
I have Selena Reyes.
Yeah.
I have Anna Levy. I have Giovanni Rodriguez, and I have my district councilor.
Right.
The first 3 are councilors at large that cover the city.
Right.
And so far I haven't stepped on too many toes, and they do listen to me.
Right.
And I am familiar with several of the newer ones. I mean, Wendy, she's been in government for what?
Well,
At least
since
10
Dan-
years?
well,
she
yeah.
was with Dan Rivera.
She was with Dan Rivera.
So she knows
she
the
used to come
ropes.
to all the neighborhood meetings.
Yeah.
That's how we used to
knows
find
the
out what's
ropes.
going on.
She knows the ropes.
Yep, yeah.
And,
And Fernlina seems to be doing okay.
And they just don't blow off me as being somebody who doesn't know what I'm talking
right,
about.
right.
They,
And a lot of times they'll ask you what you think.
yes.
Which is a good
I
thing.
mean, which is a compliment.
Right, exactly.
But again,
Yeah.
you know, you to get something done, you got to be,
Yeah.
you got to participate. You got to be a member. And
All
we're
right.
down to 40 seconds, 39.
All right, so hopefully we'll see anyone. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. And we will be back again the end of the month because the first city council meeting is October 1st. So we will be back on the 29th.
It's a shame that
Oh, the 30th, actually.
It's a shame that the way the calendar works out for
I
October,
know.
we can't have a city council meeting on Halloween.
I know, but it doesn't. All right. Well,
Okay.
listen, thank you for watching,
Yes.
and see you in a couple weeks.
I apologize for my ranting and raving, but it's something that has to be done. Thank you.
Thank you.